Greetings everyone, my name is Snowdrift. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If this video helps you out, make sure you smash that like button and remember to share it with your friends, your family, and your dog. Of course, share it with your dog, please. If you've read the title, this video I'm going to explain how to take out the AC control unit in your RSX and replace that annoying light that always blows out. And it's always the left one, always. I don't know why, it's just always the left one. So you may notice it's dark. I've got a flashlight pointed at my face, so I had to improvise on the lighting. So it's actually working out pretty well. I'm liking it so far, but it's really dark. I couldn't sleep. That's what this all boils down to. I couldn't sleep. And it actually works out because with it being as dark as it is, it's easier for me to show you guys the problem and the fix. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys the problem. And I'm sure if you own an RSX, you already know what the problem looks like. And so we got the all the dash lights lit up. And so you come over here and yeah, I mean, that's an issue. Everything over here is all lit up. All these are lit up and none of these are. So I'm going to show you guys how to replace the bulbs inside the climate control unit. Okay, so what you're going to want to do first is you need to locate the tabs that are holding all the climate control in place. There are 3 tabs. There's one over here in the lower right. There's one right above the air vent, and then there's one right over here in the upper left. So ideally you would want to use plastic trim removal tools, something along those lines. I'm going to use a small flathead screwdriver because it's all I have at this moment. So you're going to want to start over here in the lower right because this one's the easiest to pop out. Okay, so I got this side popped off. All I did was insert my screwdriver here and just pry ever so slightly, and you can see where that clip is. You just have to, you don't really have to really press in on it, but it does help if you know where they're at. And so after I got that one, the rest of them kind of sort of just wanted to come out with it. Yep. So there's going to be a cable plugged into the back of this thing. It's going to be a green cable, and it should be right there. So you're gonna have to get that unplugged. Okay, so there's your green plug. It's just got a clip right here. It was just really hard for me to film that, but it's really self-explanatory. Once you get the climate control unit out, you can see this really easily. You just press down to press that clip and it'll fall out, which you can see here. I've got it. And it's fairly simple to get out. I mean, it's super easy. Once you've done it a couple times, it's really easy. But there's the first clip right there, and you just got to press it just a little bit. Honestly, these things are held in extremely tight. There's your second clip right there. These things are held in extremely tight, considering the fact that they're only held in by 3 clips. And then there's the third right there on the end. And you can see here where they are. You got your first one right here, your second one, and then your last one. So it's a good opportunity to clean the dust out too, which is really nice. So now that you've got that taken care of, all we got to do now is take it apart and we're going to change the bulbs out. All right, everyone, so including the flathead screwdriver that I used to pry this bad boy out with, you're only going to need 3 things for this job. So a pry tool, like I said earlier, a trim removal tool would be really nice. The only other thing you're going to need is a Phillips head, which we have here. We're going to be taking the screws out. And then you also have your replacement part. And there's the part number for the actual bulb. And I have 2 of them. So we're going to take out these first 2 little bitty screws right here. Once you've got those 4 screws undone, there's a couple tabs right here and right here. So just take your flathead and you can just lift up. It takes little effort. Once you have this main part flipped up, you don't have to worry about unhooking anything or nothing like that. The 2 bulbs that we're going to be looking for are these 2 white ones right here. They're right here in these positions. we go. And there's the one that's burned out, for sure, no doubt about it. If the camera will focus, you guys can see how warm it got. This other one probably won't look too bad. Well, actually, it looks a little warm too. So I'm glad I'm replacing them both. But I will be keeping this one just in case, because I know that this one is still good. So I'm going to lay that one aside. I'm going to go throw this one in the floor. And I'm going to put the new ones in. Okay, so here's the fresh new bulb. You can see it looks a lot cleaner than the last one. And I just went ahead and threw that the old used one that still worked back in this bag. Okay, so there's the second one. So as you can see, we got our 2 new bulbs. We're going to place them in there, and that'll be it. And there is a certain orientation of these, but you can't get it wrong. They just slot in. And that's all she wrote. So I got the 2 new ones in there. So we're just going to flip this guy back over just like so. And we're going to get the clips back in their original spots. Alright, so we're just going to go back and tighten all 4 of those screws down. And that's it, everyone. That is it. So that is how you replace the bulbs in your Acura RSX's climate control lights. So let's go throw this back in the car and take a look at it. Alright, so from here, I'm going to take the climate control unit and I'm going to plug it back in. And unfortunately, I don't have a third hand, so bear with me just one moment. All right, it is back in. So now we just have to pray that that worked, because it's always a good idea to test stuff before you reinstall it. But at the same time, I do believe that what we just did, we're going to be able to pull off a win here. So I'm going to turn out all the lights, and let's add a few lights of our own here. So as always with working on this car, there's always an interesting development. So I was really ecstatic about the lights. I truly am happy about them. They look great. I'm super happy that all this is lit up again now. It really is awesome. But I'm sure a lot of you have noticed something. Why isn't that lit up? Okay, everyone, it is officially a new day. It could be a new week for all I know. I can't even remember when I started this video. But the new part number is in for future reference for myself and for you guys. That's the part number for that other bulb. So I didn't realize that bulb was shot. For some reason, I just never noticed it. So now I'm going to cut this bad boy open. We're going to go back out to the car and we're going to put this in, and let's wrap this video up, because honestly, I've been waiting for this for a long time. These are the 2 bulbs that we replaced before, and then there's these 3 gray ones right here that control those other lights. So literally, I can't do it with 2 hands. Well, I might be able to do it with just 1 hand, actually. I was gonna say I need 2 hands to do this, but maybe I can do it with just 1. So I'm just gonna spin this thing till it drops into place, and then I'm gonna try and take my flathead and try and get it to spin into place. I may have to use both hands here, but literally it's the same drill as it was before. I had to use 2 hands, but I got it in there, and so I'm gonna place everything back in the dash, and we are going to try and see if that fixed it. And if it did, cool, we can put everything back in, and everything will be good to go. All right, guys, so I've got everything back in. I haven't fully placed it into its little, cubby hole there just yet. I wanted to test it before we fully commit and put it back in there, because this thing it's like I showed you in the last video. It's not super hard to come out, but at the same time, if you've never done it before, it can be a pain. So just make sure you get everything right the first time. So real quick test. Nice, awesome. Let me turn out some of these lights. So that is complete darkness right there, and everything looks phenomenal. I'm so happy about that. Like I'm so stoked. It's unbelievable. So anyway, you guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I'm sorry it took so long, but at the same time, it didn't take as long for you guys as it did for me. So now you guys have those part numbers, and if I remember, I'll try to link everything that I bought in the description if you guys are looking to replace these lights. Not a super hard job, but it does really clean up the look of the car if they've been shot. So both of the part number packagings are in the video, but I'll try to make sure I quote them in the description, and also put up links for you guys to buy what I bought, because it works. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I really do appreciate it. I've been loving doing the car stuff here lately in the cold and wet and rainy weather that we've been having here. So hopefully I'll have some more videos to come. I'm actually going to go film another one later on this evening, so look forward to that one. So again, thank you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that for me if you enjoyed the video, and especially if it helped you. If it did help you, remember to like it and share it with your friends, your family, and of course your dog. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.